Welcome to Homework Lib.
So over here, we are asked to balance the following chemical equation. In order to do so, remember that a balanced equation is going to have the same number of atoms on both sides of the equation. So in this case, you could go ahead and cheat the problem a little bit and just verify which answer is going to be correctly balanced. But in this case, we're going to follow the normal procedure. So let's start by looking at the different elements that we're going to get. We're going to have CO2 plus sulfur, which is going to produce CS2 plus SO2. So in this case, what you can see is that the carbon atom and the oxygen atoms are going to be both balanced in this reaction, but the sulfurs are not going to be balanced out. So over here, we have different options in order to balance this reaction, but the easiest of them is going to be to multiply one of the elements by the largest number of atoms that we're going to have on one of the compounds. In this case, what we're going to start is by multiplying the carbon over here by 8. If we do so, the left hand side of the equation is going to contain 8 carbon atoms, 16 oxygen atoms, and 8 sulfur atoms. In order to balance the carbon atoms, we would not need to multiply this side by 8 as well. With that, we're going to get 8 carbon atoms. Of sulfur, we would get 2 times 8, 16 plus 1, 17. And of oxygen, we're going to get only 2. So in order to balance the 2 oxygens to get the 16, we're going to need to multiply this as well by 8. With that, the result now is going to be altered, and the sulfur atoms on the right hand side of the equation is going to be 8 times 2, 16, plus 8, 24. Now the only element that is going to be unbalanced is going to be the sulfur atom, as you can see here, and in order to achieve the correct amount, we're going to multiply this value by 3. 3 times 8 is going to be equal to 24, and with this, we're going to have our final balanced reaction. So the balanced reaction corresponds to 8 CO2, 3 S8, 8 CS2 plus 8 of SO2.